Oh, hello. No, I'm not in a Harry Potter movie. I'm actually at Alton Towers, and this place is kind of beautiful. There's this amazing castle ahead of me. I'm currently walking to a pinball-themed roller coaster, which sounds really crazy. I asked a really nice person at the front gate because I got here a little bit early so I can do a couple rides early. And I'm like, what should I do? Like, give me the lowdown. And she was like super helpful, and she's like, you should go do the pinball thing because it opens at 9:30, and then do this ride, then do this ride. So that was super helpful, and apparently the Kiddie Land is open too. But I'm not gonna go to that. Or maybe I will. No, I'm not. Yeah, holy shit, this park is super nice. I was totally not expecting this because this company is the same company that runs the park I was at yesterday, Thorpe Park. And Thorpe Park was very much a Six Flags park. A lot of thrill rides, but not much in the way of beautiful scenery or Europa Park, Disney-like theming and decor. But this park, from what I've seen so far, is beautiful. Just take a look at it. It's like, what? This is a theme park? This looks like a legit park. So, pretty crazy. Anyways, yeah, so hopefully I'll have fun today, and you'll get to see me review a million rides again, which I'm sure you guys fucking love by now. Okay, bye. Okay, so I just got off Spinball Wizard. Not Wizard. We don't want to get sued here. Holy shit, this ride was awesome. Not only is it a pinball-themed roller coaster, which is pretty great. I never have seen a pinball-themed roller coaster before, and I love pinball and I love roller coasters, so that's pretty great. Super fun. It's not that thrilling of a ride, but what's really cool about it is the coaster car is two seats facing forward, two seats facing backwards, and as you go through the ride, the cars spin. So you never really know which direction you're going. And I rode it once in the back and once in the front, and they were both pretty different experiences. But yeah, it was awesome. I loved it so much I went back and rode it again immediately afterwards. So that says a lot about how awesome this ride is. Great first start for Alton Towers. If I were to rate this ride, I would give it 8 pins out of balls. Okay, bye. Oh, hello, I'm back with my new friend Alexis, who's also a single rider, alone theme park traveler. This is your second time at the park?
Well, no. In all my life, it's my probably about over the 20s.
Over the holy shit! I thought I liked theme parks a lot.
We've done 3 holidays to like Alton. And we always get a Merlin annual pass, so I come back like 5 days in a row.
And this is your second.
I love it here. Okay.
Second day this week, right?
Third
day this week?
Yeah. Why not?
Holy shit!
I love this place.
Holy
it's
crap!
My favorite place
Holy
in
crap!
The world.
Yeah. So we just got off the Smiler, which, if you see behind us, is just a crazy roller coaster. 14 inversions. I tried counting them.
You missed one. You missed one.
I missed one. We only got 13. But this ride was awesome. Just super fun. Single rider. You can just get on immediately. What are your thoughts?
I love it. You know me. I love it.
What's your favorite ride at the park?
Probably that one. No, I don't know. I can't decide between Oblivion and Galactica. I keep calling it Air because it's what it used to be.
Oh yeah. Which is closed, it looks like.
It'll probably open later.
Okay, good. Well, yeah. Thanks for. I trust you. You've been here 20 times.
And this one, and Rita. So I can't decide.
Okay. Sounds good. So Okay, so at the end of my reviews, I always rate the rides. I rate it 8. No, sorry. I rate it a number out of 10, and then it's wheeze out of woo. So I give this ride. Excuse me. I give this ride the highest rating I could possibly give. 10 wheeze out of woo. I thought this ride was just so awesome, so different. Just look at it, it's so crazy. So, to give you some context, the only other ride I would give a 10 would be X2, which is a 40 coaster, or Echinika in Japan. Yeah, so those rides are amazing. So, and I gave Swarm at Thorpe Park yesterday a 9. Which is pretty good. Which is my current highest. So what would you rate this ride?
I would say I'd probably have to give it 8 because it's such a good ride, but it does have a lot of technical difficulties all the time.
Oh.
Like, we are lucky we got on this. On Monday, no, not Monday, Saturday, I came with my family and we got on it. It was the first ride we tried to go on, but it broke down and we didn't actually get to go on it, and we were very upset.
No! So, damn you, Smiler!
I would give it an 8 because when it works, it's amazing.
All right, sounds good.
You heard about the crash, right? Yeah.
Sorry, as I cough into the camera. But, all right, that's it. So, yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hello, we're back, and we just rode Rita.
Yeah.
Rita is a launch roller coaster that just launches you out, and then you go around some turns. Pretty simple ride, super fun. What do you think?
I love it. I love it. Best in front row. Best in front row.
We both rode front row. It was super rad. What would you rate this ride out of 10?
I would say 8 because I love. It's not as good as Stealth at Thorpe Park. Definitely not.
And if you guys watched my video yesterday, Stealth is essentially the same ride. 0 to 80, goes up a big hill. This one's 0 to 60, but
it's not quite as fast, but it's still
not quite as fast, but it does last way longer, so I give it points for that. For me, I think I give this ride 7 wheeze out of 4. So we'll be back. We're gonna ride. I don't know what we're riding next.
Should we go to Galactica?
Galactica. It's a VR ride.
To call it Air. This is what it was called.
So originally it was called Air, and now they call it Galactica because it's
it's
VR.
virtual reality now.
VR theme. So we'll see how that goes. But we'll be back in a bit. Okay, bye. Oh, hi, we're back. We just rode, what's it called, Galactica?
It's called Galactica. It used to be called Air.
It used to be called Air, now it's called Galactica.
It's like a flying ride, so it makes sense. It's like Air.
Air, now you're in Galactica.
I think I preferred the name Air, to be fair.
Yeah, Galactica sounds like it's a really cheap sci-fi knockoff.
Like Battlestar Galactica.
Exactly. In this ride, you wear a VR headset, and it's a flying roller coaster, like she said. Because I've not ridden it without the headset, I did the headset, and the headset is really weird.
It is cool though.
It's very cool.
Because it's like a mission. You're like a space explorer.
Is that what? I actually didn't know what was going on. They're like.
Well, I think. Well, you're meant to be like a new recruit on a space.
I just know that there was like some.
And then something goes wrong.
There's issues with the portal or something. I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's like hyper jump between, I think, 3 worlds. So like.
Okay.
But I can't remember.
I like how I just rode the ride, like literally like a minute ago, and I got none of this. And here you are. You're like a space recruit, and you're going through 3 portals. All I remember was like, what the fuck is going on? Because
I've ridden it twice with the headset, once without.
That's true.
But and then like 7 times with the full.
Without it, yeah. And like for me, I thought the ride was good, but because I was wearing the headset, it was really difficult for me to like understand like physically what was going on. I just felt like I was moving. Like in some ways, I didn't actually.
That's kind of the point, I think. It's just.
But like the part of the thrill ride is to like that kind of fear of like when you're doing a flying roller coaster, you're like looking at the ground like, oh my god, I'm gonna fall out of this thing. Whereas like I was riding this and I'm like, I wasn't really scared. I was just kind of like, this is kind of cool. What's going on? And so in that way, I kind of didn't like it because I just felt like it wasn't thrilling enough because I couldn't see what was going on. But I will say the experience was interesting. I'm glad I did it. And it was really cool is like before you go on the ride, you put your head in a dome and they take a picture of you. And then you get a barcode at the end, you scan in, and they put your face on like a little astronaut helmet.
Yeah,
And I tried to take a picture, but I cheated.
Yeah, they were like, do not take pictures. So.
I was like, damn it. So, but if I were to rate this, because
you need a GoPro, then they can't.
I know.
Google Glass.
Google Glass, which will fly out.
That's true. We can put it on after.
This is true. So if I were to rate this, I would say the VR portion, I would rate a 6 Wii's out of Woo. However, if I were to do the ride without it, I might change my score because I'd actually know what's going on.
I think the ride I'd give a 9. I really like this ride.
Wow, a 6 to a 9. But again, that's because. But what would you rate the VR? It's a different experience.
Probably a 7. Yeah.
Okay, so 7 out of 9 or 7.
I like having
7 out of 10 and 9 out of 10.
You can have the option to not ride it. So
exactly. Okay.
It's still a good ride.
Yeah. So VR experience 6 out of 10. Without the VR headset, still TBD. But yeah. So that's it. We'll be back in a bit. Bye. Oh, hello, we're back. We just rode Nemesis, which is a inverted roller coaster.
It's just,
Feet dangle. It was okay. I reviewed basically Nemesis Inferno at Thorpe Park. Gave it a 6. Same score, 6 Wii's out of Woo.
Yeah,
Your thoughts?
same.
All right, that's it.
It's good. It's a good ride.
It's
not my favorite.
It's aight. Okay, bye. Oh hi, we're back. We just rode a ride called Duel.
Yes.
Which is a ride. It's like a horror themed ride. You shoot at shit.
Yeah, basically. It's a ghost train with guns.
The funny thing is, why do they call it Duel when the idea is it's a horror themed ride? Why don't they call it like
dueling each other?
Yeah, but wouldn't it be like more horrific if they called it like, I don't know, shoot to your death, or like I don't know, like I got nothing, but it's a better name than Duel. However,
I like it.
So
you're dueling yourself.
Exactly.
You're dueling each other.
Okay, I kind of see it.
You're
so
dueling
if you guys,
the monsters.
You are dueling the monster, or you're dueling me, and we'll get to that in a second. But if you guys remember, I went to Europa Park, and I was hell bent on getting 100,000 points in that shoot the fish game. I came into this super confident. I'm like, I'm gonna win. There's no way that I'm gonna lose. This woman over here. What did you say earlier about what you did to me?
I said I cremated you and scattered your ashes over the entire park.
That's basically it. She almost doubled my score. It was pretty brutal.
What did I get? 27,000 or something.
And I got like
19,000.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it. It was a burial. like she said, you cremated my body and buried me. And,
that's me. You're still in the casket.
Yeah. So, yeah. But I will say this ride was super awesome.
That's good.
A lot of really good animatronics.
Yeah.
And it's really long.
Yeah.
Really long. Like, there was like 3 points in the ride where
It's
I'm like...
a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, where I'm like, okay, the ride's ending. And I was like, oh no, it keeps on going. But one of the better shooter rides I've been on. So I would rate this ride...
For what it is, I would give it like an 8 or a 9.
I was going to give it an 8. I was going to give it an 8.
Like, it's not a thrill ride. And
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting a thrill ride.
But,
So, like,
yeah, when you have your expectation for shooting rides, like,
Yeah.
to me, like, this is one of the better... It blows away that
I
Europa
think this
Park
is the
ride.
best shooting ride I've been on.
Yeah. To me, it's not as good as Toy Story Midway Mania. I think that ride is the best. You've been on that in Paris, haven't you? Or did
No,
you?
it wasn't Toy Story. It was Indiana Jones.
Because the Midway Mania ride is easily the best shooter ride. This is, I would think, be my second favorite. So I'm going to give this ride 8 pews out of pew.
Same.
All right, that's it. Bye. Oh, hi. So I just got off of Oblivion. Oh, by the way, Alexis is doing a picnic with her parents or something, her family. So that's why she's not here, but she maybe come back later. So I'm trying to position it because Oblivion is basically a ride where it's called a drop coaster. So basically you do a big drop and there you go. So the ride is really simple. You get on, you go up the left hill, you come to that drop, you look down, you drop, and that's it. That drop is awesome though. Really, really great. I loved it. The rest of the ride is practically nothing. So in a way, if this ride was at least 20 to 30 seconds longer and had more elements to it, I would fucking rate it so high. But because it was just a drop and nothing else, it's hard for me to rate it that high. However, it was super fun. I'm gonna go ride it again because they have a single rider line. It was good. So overall, I think I would give it, I was gonna give it 6 Wii's out of Woo, but because it's a really nice drop, I think I'm gonna give it 7. So, no, I take that back. I'm gonna give it 6 because it's too short. That drop is great, but it's all it is. So 6 Wii's out of Woo. Okay, bye. Again, we're back.
I'm here again.
She's back. She's back from eating picnic with her family. And I reviewed Oblivion earlier. Now we went on 13. It's a kind of a fairy tale themed little roller coaster that when I first got on it, I'm like, this is it? It just has a lap restraint. I'm like, this is lame. And we go down the first hill. I'm like, and I'm like, this is so fun.
I know, you were like really sarcastic. And I was like...
Yeah, and then at the end of the ride, something really cool happens, which I'm going to spoil for all of you because I know none of you watching are actually going to come here. So it's all good. But I don't think anyone's going to know. Basically, you get into this little room and there's a bunch of like shadowy figures and the lights go off. And then all of a sudden, the car drops down and you go backwards outside, which is pretty cool. So that part was really awesome. For that reason, I'm going to give this a 7 Wii's out of Woo. It was going to be like a 5,
Yeah.
but that cool element at the end bumped it up 2 notches.
Yeah.
So what about you?
I would say 7 as well.
Okay.
Or 6.5 maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing 0.5s, but I decided to keep it simple.
Okay.
But you can round it up to a 7, and I think it'll be good. Look at me, I'm like giving you shit about my crappy scale that means nothing. I don't even know why. Yeah. But yeah.
Disrespecting. I'm
I know.
the ride rating
Yeah, I know.
system.
My ride rating system is so like authentic and gotta keep it classy. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna go and we're probably gonna do, I don't know what we're gonna do next. We'll find out.
Don't mind.
All right, cool. All right, we'll see you later. Bye. Hello. I'm so tired. I'm currently on a London train. Well, a train going to London, I should say. Yeah, I get to go home finally after a long but awesome day at Alton Towers. That park was so fun. In fact, I would say it may be one of my favorite parks I've ever been to. Yeah. I would say it's probably, but it's maybe like second behind. Oh wow, this is tough. Now I'm putting myself on a spot. Gotta think about this. I would say it's probably because Tokyo Disneyland is my all-time favorite. I just think that park is just so rad. Magic Mountain in LA has some of the best rides, but the park itself is kind of boring. So I would say Tokyo Disneyland is number 1, and Alton Towers would be number 2. Yeah, because Alton Towers to me like had like such a good mix of like really cool theming and decor, like landscaping. Like the park itself was just like beautiful. Like it felt like you're at a literal park. There's like this awesome lake and this open green area and this like castle. Like wow, like where am I? Am I at a theme park? It's crazy. I'm like when you go to hold on. What is this? What? Okay, that was just random noises. I guess that's what happens when you're on a train. What was I saying? Before I got distracted by random noises. Yeah, it's just really beautiful, and unlike like Six Flags where it's just most of it's in a parking lot. You're just kind of like, oh wow, it's great, nice view of this parking lot. And what's really cool about Alton Towers is a lot of the rides, because it's in this really beautiful area of England. A lot of the rides like cut through and go through some of this great scenery. In particular, this is a ride called 13, which I reviewed earlier. And it like, I would say the majority of the roller coaster track is actually like in the foresty areas, which is very fitting for its theme. So that's really cool. And I actually got to ride Galactica again, which is the flying coaster with the VR headset. And if you remember, I gave that ride a 6, I believe, for the VR portion, but I went and rode it again without it, and it was great. Really, really awesome. I would have given it an 8 out of 10 without the headset. Because it's just like the area around that the tracks are is like so beautiful, and like there's this really cool section where you're flying vertically, but instead of like facing the ground, you're facing up at the sky, and like that part was so cool, which I didn't even realize we were doing when I was wearing the headset, because the headset just kind of, I had no like ability to determine like where I was in the world. So that's really cool. Yeah, and what I like about the park is that you got kind of like, it's similar to Europa Park in the sense that you've got a bunch of good themes with a mix of like theming and like thrill. But I think Alton Tower to me is a little bit of a tighter experience, whereas Europa Park is just so like in just so many directions, whereas Alton Towers was like a little bit more streamlined, and they do such a good job with their themes. Like everything from like the queues. I'm saying queues now. God damn it, lines. I refuse to say queue. The lines. We're in the line. The theming is really cool. And the rides themselves are pretty innovative, which is kind of their shtick. They're all about like innovative rides. Like the Smiler ride is definitely like one of the best roller coasters I've ever been on. And like when I saw the track for the first time, I was just shocked. I was like now, like, where am I? It was so crazy. And the ride itself is like over 2 minutes long, and in Oblivion, like the fact that they have that little area where you can watch it drop into the mist, and people are like, where does it go? That ride is so good, but also so short. But yeah, and it was so fun to meet Alexis, who was also a solo theme park traveler, so kind of nice to meet like a female version of myself. And oh god, here we go again. What now? You gonna tell something? Oh no, it's just gonna be some beeps. Yeah, I was giving her some tips on like where to go. I'm like, you should go to Japan, you should go to Europa Park, you should go to America. Which is just really cool. It was nice to have someone to talk to for once. And even after she left, I was talking to a guy from, I think he's from London. We were just chatting about other stuff, and it was just kind of cool to like talk to people like in the lines, because when I was in Germany, that was harder to do, and when I was in Japan, obviously, like, I mean, it's pretty much impossible to talk to anyone in Japan. So that was really nice. But overall, it was a super fun trip. I'm glad I came, even though it's kind of a pain in the ass to get there from London. It's like 3.5 hours away, and the ticket price for the train is preposterously expensive. Just, oh, it's brutal. I don't even want to. Don't ask me how much it costs, because I don't want to think about it. The Jew in me is like, yeah. But at the end of the day, it was worth it. I'm glad I went. Yeah. So this ends my theme park travels for this trip. No more theme parks. That means some of you may actually enjoy the videos more, because it will be me just talking about rides for 18 minutes. Tomorrow I'm going to a zombie event, or what they call in the UK Zed, a Zed event. I'm not going to say Zed, like I'm not going to say Q. It's a zombie event, and it takes place in an abandoned shopping mall, and they give you like these airsoft guns and you shoot them. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I have no idea what it's going to be like, but hopefully it'll be really fun. And then in the morning I'll probably do some touristy shit. So, I don't know, like the Big Ben or whatever. I don't know, but yeah. And then Saturday I'm doing escape game, and then Sunday more touristy stuff, and then I fly out on Monday. So yeah, so this is going to conclude day 6. I think it's day 6. I don't remember. I'll put a little note in the video correcting me, but I think it's day 6. And yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.